Hey, it's a good old-fashioned testing video. So remember the other day, my Hogue little decker cut 800 times with my edge. That was on a Hogue knife that's probably about 61 or so on the Rockwell scale. What we've got here is a Spyderco mule, and you've seen before I've done a couple of these mules in Magnacut on the channel already. This one, however, was sharpened by Gabe over at the Home Slice using his pretty nifty little variable dual grit style sharpening. So one side is coarser and one side is polished. And it makes some interesting, to say the least, results on knives. Sometimes they're exponentially amazing, and other times it's just a good edge. So anyway, I've had this knife sitting here for way too long, and I'm terribly sorry to Gabe, and also believe the person who actually bought the knife. It's been sitting here. It's just us YouTubers, man. We creative types. You just can't get us to go sometimes, and I have the slumps every now and then, and unfortunately this knife arrived just as I was going into the slumps. But anyway, we're here now. We're going to cut some twisted CSL rope with the knife until it no longer slices a held sheet of paper. So, let's see how the edge feels. These are always a bit kind of bitier feeling edges. It's very sharp, you can clearly tell that. So we are going to cut this rope using the same part of the blade as much as I can control, over and over and over and over, until the knife no longer does that paper cut, until it starts to hiccup and tear or drag or whatever. So let's see how the Magnacut does on a Spyderco knife with a dual grit sharpened Home Slice, check out his YouTube channel, edge. I'm not sure if my shoulder is ready. Let's get into it. Chair is nice and high. Jesus, it's 1,000 cuts. 1,000 cuts, Gabriel. 1,000 cuts. Stop it. Stop it. Gotta say, it's a relief. Windy out, sorry. Do you know how much that was just then? How much this stupid knife cut? 1,550 passes through rope before it's like, not even dull, but just not, not reliably, like not gliding through the paper. So when it hits that point, it's got a rough spot about there somewhere, probably what's copping the brunt of the cutting. And so yeah, it starts to zag off a little bit. That's ridiculous. Like, that is insane. That's better than the Sandrin tungsten carbide will get off their sort of stock factory edge. I don't know. I think I heard these were 64 on the Rockwell. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it just goes to show a lot of this is sharpening. I mean, I did mules with my sharpening that didn't get this high. So yeah, very interesting how this works. having a rough side and a more polished side, and then I think a strop. Watch the Home Slice channel, just search dual grit sharpening Home Slice. You'll find out all about what this is, this type of sharpening. It's a bit more of a pain, I guess, to sharpen like this, I suppose. You know, it requires a bit more thought and whatever, but I mean, if you're looking purely at like the sport of it, of the sport of seeing how much you can make a knife cut rope without, this. I'm so tired and grumpy. Oh, that was a trial. I mean, it's better with the mule because a fixed blade is nicer to do it with, and the paracord wrap, yeah, it's better than nothing. But yeah, wouldn't recommend it. But geez, these edges, man, and this steel and these edges, I don't know. Dual grit sharpened Magnacut from Spyderco. I mean, this is probably about optimal production Magnacut that you'll get. So yeah. Is that the best result I've ever had? I mean, I know that the Raven knives, elastic ceramic, cut about 2,000 times. But that's a completely different material. But in terms of the steel, yes, it's the best result I've ever had. If Gabe, the Home Slice, if you want to write in the comments, I'll pin your comment below once you're here, and that can be about all of this. I'm sorry it's been so long. I couldn't find the email either, but or the letter that you sent with the little box. But anyway, there's the test. And even worse, even more terrible news for me is that I have this Magnacut knife to try as well. I think this is like a super coarse Magnacut. And I'm not doing this today because, yeah, that feels super coarse. So this must be an experiment in like rough sharpened Magnacut. Magnacut. Bye.